We've got some breaking news here on CBS Sports HQ in college basketball. Bruce Weber has stepped down as head coach at Kansas State. He resigns as the third winningest coach in school history. The Cats made 5 appearances in the NCAA tournament in his 10 years in Manhattan, peaking with a trip to the Elite Eight in 2018. K-State was 14-17 this season, falling to West Virginia on Wednesday in the opening round of the Big 12 tournament. Taking a look at his profile, 65 years old, 3 wins shy of 500, and people most know him, of course, 2005, that Illinois team that made it to the title game. He's only one of 10 D1 coaches to take 3 different programs to the Sweet 16. All right, to help us break down this news, we have Gary Parrish joining us right now. And Gary, what are your thoughts here from the press conference last night? It seemed like we were headed toward this direction, but it's official today.
Yeah, that was pretty obviously a goodbye last night after Kansas State lost in the Big 12 tournament. Bruce has, been on the hot seat, for more than a year now, because though he, I think broadly speaking, did a nice job at Kansas State. Like you mentioned, went to 5 NCAA tournaments in 10 years, won 2 Big 12 titles. The past 3 years have not been great. Finished 10th in the Big 12, which is last in 2020, 9th last season, and 9th this season. And so Kansas State fans wanted a change, but I hope they recognize that for a decade, they had a really, really good and successful college basketball coach and a man that is respected immensely throughout the sport.
What is his future? He's 65, nearing 66. So what are the prospects of him coaching again, if that indeed is something that he still plans to do?
I could see it, sure. I mean, I'd be surprised if he got another high major job, after having 3 seasons like this at Kansas State, especially at the age of 65. But you see there on the graphic, he has 497 career wins, and he might be motivated to try to get to that 500 barrier. If so, I could certainly see him coaching at the mid-major level again. Within the industry, people have thought for, again, more than a year that he might, quote-unquote, retire from Kansas State as opposed to be pushed out and just enjoy the rest of his life as a non-coach, given that, again, he is 65. But this is a sport where men routinely work into their 70s. Jim Boeheim is 77 years old right now. So if Bruce wanted to get back in at the mid-major level, I could see him having an opportunity to do it. And I guess I'd bottom line it by saying I won't be surprised if we see him coach again. All
right. Depends on maybe if he gets that 500 number and, to your point, wants to keep working. Gary, certainly appreciated. Gary Parrish joining us here with the breaking news. He's the co-host of the Eye on College Basketball podcast.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.